The richest owners in baseball are crying poor. So let's go ahead and start with the Cubs here. So chairman for the Cubs, Tom Ricketts, was speaking to Jesse Rogers of ESPN and said the scale of losses across the league is biblical. He continues to say, here's something I hope baseball fans understand. Most baseball owners don't take money out of their own team. They raise all the revenue they can from tickets and from media rights and take their expenses, and they give the rest of the money that's left to their GM. Rickett continues, the league itself does not make a lot of cash. I think the perception is that we hoard cash and take the money out, and we're all sitting on a pile we've collected over the years. Well, it isn't, because no one anticipated a pandemic. No one expects to draw down on their reserves from the past. Every team has to figure out a way to plug the hole, end quote. With that said there, so we spoke last week about how Forbes announced that the league has, for the 17th consecutive year, posted record revenues. That includes the 2020 season, by the way, from the pandemic. And this time it is $10.7 billion. What do you think about this Cubs front office chairman's Tom Ricketts statement, AJ?
That's a real bad look, my friend. That is a real bad look. The worst thing you could possibly do when the league that you specifically own a team in is making $10 billion. There's 30 teams in the league, Darren. That means that you made plenty of money last year. And the Cubs specifically, I mean, we got a pretty sweet little sheet here in front of us. 2023 revenue for the Cubs was $506 million.
Third most profitable team in baseball in 2023. And you're saying you're just trying to break even.
We made $506 million and we're just trying to break even. So the next year payroll is number 10 in the league at $236 million, which equates to 46.6%. Greg's comment. We are broke in spite of record revenues, but it isn't like we can just use the money we have to support our team, Tom Ricketts said, sitting on a giant stack of money.
Exactly.
It isn't like we have cash. Thank you. If you guys are watching, Greg Hawkins is a Cubs fan.
You hate to hear that kind of stuff coming from one of the top 5 franchises in all of Major League Baseball.
These guys are sitting on money and they just refuse to spend it to make their team better.
Next to them, we actually have another team owner complaining about being poor, and this is Hal Steinbrenner of the Yankees.
Dude, this is so legendary.
And when he was asked about the Dodgers, he said, it's difficult for most owners to be able to do the kind of things that they are doing. We'll see if it pays off. They still have to have a season of relatively injury-free for it to work out for them. Let's go ahead and talk about that one, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. If there's a team that can afford to do what the Dodgers are doing, it's the New York Yankees.
This is the baseball's most valuable franchise, my friend. This franchise is worth roughly $7.6 billion with a B. They own their own television network, the Yes Network that Steinbrenner was on, right? Yeah. They own the network. This is the New York Yankees. These guys have 27 World Series championships. They play in the largest market, and they routinely rank in the top 3 to 4 in MLB in attendance.
But they're crying about being poor. Let's go ahead and throw this back up here, and let's talk about this. If you're watching on YouTube, it's on the screen, and be sure to check it out. If you're listening on podcasts, check us out on YouTube so you can see this. This is the percentage of the 2023 revenue compared to the 2044 payroll. This comes to us via JC Dowell on Twitter. First of all, shout out to the Mets, by the way. If you look at this, the Mets are giving up almost 90% of their revenue generated from the previous year back to
payroll.
That's a lot of money, man. I mean, if there's ever a team in baseball that could argue they're losing money, it's the Mets. I'm pretty sure it costs more than $34 million to run a professional baseball team.
You would think so.
You know, just to keep the lights on, that's probably that and the staff and everything.
But it shows you. I mean, they're literally putting it back into payroll. They're trying to create the best team possible, put the best product on the field in hopes that it's going to generate more revenue.
Yeah, this is pre-Juan Soto signing. So that's Correct. What's crazy about this. Yeah. It's going to get even worse. But, you know, but look at the Yankees, man. Like, this is what I want you to look at. Look at the Yankees.
So right-hand side, just under the Cubs, number 18, New York Yankees, $765 million, which is number 1 in 2023 revenue. Number 1.
Yeah, which is over $130 million over the next team, which is the Dodgers, at $679 million. They are only spending 47% of their revenue for the next season's payroll. Can you do the quick math on that? What's the margin there?
That is about $363 million.
So you're telling me you can't afford to do what the Dodgers are doing? I don't know, man. What do you think, AJ?
I think with 363 million, you should be able to figure out whatever the Dodgers are doing and do it way better.
Yeah,
because the Dodgers only have 219 million.
And this is a team that's dropping $100 million into their stadium every 3 years without asking taxpayer dollars. So, yeah, and this is just a terrible, terrible, terrible lie. It's obviously that the CBA is coming up for Major League Baseball because all these teams are crying poor when the evidence is staring you dead in the face. You know, when you have an asset, you invest in that asset to make it more valuable, right? That's what you do with assets, right? You buy a house, you flip the bathrooms, you flip the kitchen, and then you sell the house for a profit. That's basically how it works. With your Major League Baseball, what they do, they have such a lucrative luxury tax that a lot of teams are paying into that you can just buy a team and sit on it and then just make in $50-60 million a year in revenue and just try your best not to field a decent team and keep your fans from screaming at you to sell the team. That's all you have to do. Just basically be the Colorado Rockies. That's all you got to do.
Basically. I love this. Hold on. We got to go up here. Yo, look at the A's. $84 million in payroll. Holy cow. The Oakland Athletics had $241 million in revenue and $84 million in payroll, which only accounts for 35%.
Which is crazy. If you go one more down, AJ, that's the Tampa Bay Rays with 33.2% of their payroll. They were in the World Series 3 years before that.
Pretty impressive.
It's you don't have to spend money to have a good team, but simply just not trying. It's one thing not to spend money. It's another thing to have money on the books and be proven that you're making money and then lie about it. You know, I think this is just more what they're trying to do for the next CBA to keep the profits on the owner's side. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous.
Yep.
But anyway, we'd love to hear from you folks on that. Let us know what you think in the comments down below when it comes to Major League Baseball owners complaining and whining about being poor and not being able to keep up with the Dodgers, especially when it comes to the Yankees, who are the only team that makes more money than they do.
Y'all got more money.
Y'all got more money. You made more money. Yeah, let's stop this narrative.
Let's keep it real.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Let's keep it real.
Once again, folks, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We did hit 1,000 subscribers, so once we hit $500 in AdSense revenue, we'll be giving that back to our subscribers. 5 subscribers are each going to earn $100 each, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that giveaway, and smash that like button for your boy AJ right over there.
Boom, smash it. And if you're watching on YouTube on one of our short videos, just know this is available as a podcast wherever you get your audio.
With all that said, my name is Darren, that is AJ, and this has been an episode of the DNA Sports Recap.
Till next time.